you think with the buffs on that hero, there's any like substance to it coming back in a support role? Yeah.
I still think the hero isn't really viable. He's viable. You can play it if everything else that's better than him is banned, and you have many better options. And one of them has been banned right now. We're talking about that Pangolier just on the previous panel of the series. Is kind of does the same thing, but on lower cooldown, and is always able to fight, and is always able to contribute with all the utility spells. So. Yeah.
Well, pause it, Freak. It's your turn to talk. Look what Secret came out with straight away. I know you want like 5 minutes straight on this one.
No, I mean, I told you guys that Mirana was strong.
Do you want to flex that right now?
No, there is no reason. I told you it was strong, and I told you it's one of the easiest and best position 4s to play because it enables the offlaner, and possibly it puts a lot of pressure on the mid. That's the main reason. Even though it has been nerfed, it still does the same thing.
So can you walk us through the strategy? What do you do with that Mirana when you come to the offlane?
Oh.
How does it separate you from any other strong position 4 that's played right now?
Well,
like
right now it's important to, when you're playing a lane, if you are the one who is pushing the lane to the tower, you're the one winning. If you are playing a weaker lane, then you're gonna like pull the creeps, let them push the wave and stuff like that, let them pull if you know that you're weaker. But if you manage to push in the wave to their tower, get the pull off, force their heroes to come to that woods to fight with you, get level 2 before them, that's when your offlane actually becomes stronger, even if your matchup is weaker than theirs is. So that's how you do it. And Mirana doesn't necessarily have to take experience from her offlaner, kills the range creep, and then the offlaner is just passively going to win that. He's going to get 2 waves, she's going to get the big creep in the woods, and after that, you guys are level 2, and you're stronger than them, right?
So it's pretty much reach level 2 faster than the enemy team.
Exactly, and then the next wave is actually going to go to your tower, and then their support has to go pull, and you guys have level 2. And he might even not have, if you're good at denies. So that can actually work really well. And then their support has to make a choice. Am I going to help my carry last hit, and possibly we both die, or am I going to pull, and my carry is actually going to get zoned out completely? So,
okay. So you like to see a good pull when you're playing Mirana?
So it's the good old equilibrium play, right? We see the same thing being played with other heroes right now, but if you're playing with melee, such as Tok, you go in behind the tower, you block the creep wave, or you pull it at your tier 1 and you farm it there. Yeah, I can agree that Mirana is a hero that completely changes the strategical approach to the lane, and because of that, she is alright. Also, obviously comes to the lane with a lot of right-click damage. We have seen her played with Ogre Magi yesterday, that position 3 with first spell Bloodlust, just bloodlusting the Mirana instantly. You can't trade hits. You can't trade hits. She has very high range and very high base attack damage, and because of that, plus Bloodlust, you're just done.
And I think we were talking a little bit about this backstage the other day. As IO, it was kind of surprising how little we've been seeing of this hero so far.
Yeah, I'm not sure why. I feel like the hero changes, and then it doesn't feel the same, right? And then IO players need some time to adjust, but of course Nigma has one of the best.
It's literally hero being banned. We see it quite a lot, right? And then because of the hero being banned, you don't see it for a couple of series, maybe a couple of tournaments, because it's constantly banned, and teams forget about it, and now we see it first phase. As soon as you can grab that Wisp, if you're Nigma, if you're Secret, you grab it. Because this hero, it doesn't matter what changes you do to the second spell, to the Spirit Balls, or to the Overcharge, or to the Tether. It's all about relocate. Later on in the game, it offers you a completely different strategical approach to the game, because you can move across the map and set up different sorts of ganks, and you have to play differently against it. And now you have Clockwork as well. Hookshot setup into relocate at any given point in the game makes it just much easier to execute your plan.
Yeah, but when we look at the other side, we have Mirana and Ember Spirit. So basically, in my opinion, this Clockwork is, at least against these two heroes, pretty useless, right? He can't really set up on them, so he's gonna be wanting to see some other heroes that he can deal with, but we'll see if Secret's even gonna give it to them.
Yeah. So versus Mirana, I definitely agree. Versus Ember Spirit, however, you can set up, but you can't just completely control him, right? You can have the hookshot into Cog push away setup, but you need something else.
Yeah,
you need some extra stuns, you need some extra control.
I'm just talking about the Wisp setup, right?
With setup with relocate, yeah, completely agree.
That you cannot do, but that he can actually control these heroes, good enough so that the secondary stun comes through, yeah, definitely Clock can do that, but it's still not ideal for him to play against these
By
heroes.
the way, was it Nigma? No, it was, I believe, Secret that played Wisp. In the Mad Moon event, they played the mid. So that's also an option. And it's something that you don't see very often any longer on TI, obviously.
What do you go from items? Helmet Dominator?
He went for Heart. Agonist Heart and just the good old right-click build,
Oh,
that's
okay.
all.
The you just can't kill me, I'm going to stand here for a long time.
That's very interesting, very peculiar that they go with the Grimstroke. This is also a sleeper hero, I believe, right now. Like, when you look at these three heroes, you don't see any combo with Soulbind, right? And because of that, it makes me think that Grimstroke is more powerful than he seems right now. He has been buffed a little bit in the recent patch.
Yeah.
And because of that, perhaps he can be played as that. If you remember the way Kotal was played, literally just illuminate, pushing out the waves, he gets a lot of utility items, and then he's just a force on his own. I think Grimstroke can replicate that at the moment.
And he's that follow-up lockdown that we were talking about. The Ember. Ember is going to be needing a Yules. If he does get hook-shotted, pushed back, he can take that silence. And hero doesn't really have too much of attack speed, so he can't really deal with the Phantom Embrace.
Speaking of Kotal,
yeah, there it
Makes
is.
an appearance.
And this is what you've been talking about, that Mirana lacks a teamfight hero. And this is a position 5 teamfight hero that actually helps you a lot. And it also synergizes really well with the Ember Spirit. Even a lane, you can play, now that the Searing Chains have been buffed, you can play 1-2 lane, right? You Searing Chains and Sleight of Fist without the shield and actually utilize the Kotal as well.
I think this is probably the best hero they could have picked for themselves. As the position 1, I'm surprised Ricky hasn't been banned out. I love this pick. First and foremost, you have these late game scenarios in which Clock can initiate but can't contain the target. That's where Ricky and his smokescreen come into play, right? You follow up with the smokescreen on top of those cogs, and suddenly they really can't escape. Plus, Grimstroke plus Ricky in the laning stage itself is a really ridiculously strong combo. Really hard to deal with, right? You have the Inkswell with the Blink Strike.
Are you sure? It might not be Wisp, Ricky in a lane, and then later on I'd like maybe them to get, I don't know, if a Centaur is still in play, something along those lines.
That's also possible. Yeah. That's also possible. Wisp can be your mid still, and can be on the offlane +1 with the Clockwork. I necessarily am not the biggest fan of Wisp plus Clock or Wisp plus Ricky, though. I think they're hiding something.
Yeah, that they should get a hero that's actually gonna be really well, work really well with the Wisps, and the Clockwork and Ricky are actually gonna be hunting.
All right.
Oh, okay. Snatch and grab. Farm pick coming out from Secret.
Was that a meatball band that I saw as well? Yeah, it would
Yeah.
be so good for both of these teams here.
Guys, I love this Bounty Hunter pickup. All of the heroes are very squishy. He does a lot of damage. Ricky really doesn't want to deal with the track early on. It kind of lets your supports maybe not have to buy that many dusts, so it's gonna save some gold as well. I really like this bounty pick, and we were talking about how Mirana enables the offlaner. This is one of those offlaners that you enable.
Oh,
and
wow.
it's a silencer.
Oh, this is just
Too hot to handle.
game-winning. This looks like a game-winning pick. The only problem that I have with silencer, that I always have with core mid silencer, is if this is, first and foremost, if this is mid and core and not Wisp, I think it is silencer mid.
Yeah.
He just trashes Ember.
Yeah,
Early on, trashes that hero, gets his items fast, and then he can dominate everyone. The only thing that he suffers from later on is mobile heroes. If they can jump on top of him, we'll see if he manages to play it right.
I like the silencer. I like the Wisp silencer combo, but I still think Secret takes this. All of these heroes are squishy, and we have a bounty hunter. I think it's going to be extremely hard to stay alive.
Really? So you're Secret, and you are going for...
Yeah, I like both drafts. I would maybe sway into Nigma's favor a little bit.
Okay, so a little bit split here, and we're going to have to see what our casters think. We've actually got OD Pixel and S4 ready to take us through this series. Take it away, lads.
Thank you very much, Killer Pigeon. Yeah, looking forward to this one. Look at some of these heroes we have right here. S4, I mean, what a couple of drafts we have. Where do we even start? What are you excited to see this series?
I mean, we have to start with the teams itself. Like, this match is super hype, I think.
I mean, it
And,
really is. This is
look at the drafts; it's even more hype.
I can't believe some of these. I mean, some of these heroes are just they're so fun to play right now, and they're so strong. We're seeing these heroes like the Ricky right come through. This hero's just shot up in sort of popularity. It's just fun to play, and you know, Miracle, he's gonna have a ball of a time. On the other side, you got to look at some of these last picks, like this Bounty Hunter that comes through. The new rework Bounty. If Zai gets an Ags online, he's going to be taking everybody's money.
Yeah, I mean, this is why these kind of tournaments are good, because look at these teams. They're picking new stuff, and they're actually picking good heroes, but they would never do this in like a major, you know. So they're gonna learn a lot from just playing these games.
I mean, and in terms of, if you were looking at the two lineups here, who do you think is going a little more experimental? Who do you think's trying something a little further away than what they would traditionally do?
I'd say Radiant, but I think they have their Wisp, so they kind of know how to play the Wisp. But the rest of the heroes are a bit hard to pull off, you could say.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, just if you see a lineup that's got like a safe lane Ricky and a mid lane Silencer, you know, these are they feel like two very sort of glass cannon cores, right? You know, if they don't sort of get off to a good start, or Ricky's not able to find space to get his defusal done, suddenly you have these heroes like the Ember Spirit, the Wraith King that aren't going to be bothered whatsoever by them. But we'll see what sort of tempo they can play. And as you said, you know, the fact that Nigma did get that IO to start things off, you know, this is something that through a lot of the past tournaments and qualifiers, teams just weren't letting Nigma take this hero, because they get this hero, they tend to win the game with it.
Yeah. I want to talk quickly about the drafts. So we saw a Bounty being picked. I think it was a response to the Ricky. It's like kind of a counter, but not really a counter, but it's strong for sure. He had the tracking as Ricky later, and he has high armor. Ricky's physical damage. And I want to talk about the Mirana pick. This pick got super buffed last patch. Even if it's just 20 damage on the arrow, it's a huge buff, because that's his only spell in the early game. So we're gonna see mid Ember. I think he's gonna skill 1 level in Flame Guard, and then he's gonna kill Chains. And they're gonna kill him mid with arrows. The Silencer.
Of course. Yeah, with the new Chains buff makes it much more appealing to take that level early, and especially as you say, when you've got that sort of combo to play with in the laning stage.
Yeah, because Nisha should not be able to lane here for long, so he has to go for kills to go even. And if he goes even against the Silencer, he's basically winning, you could say.
On these first few creep waves, what we're seeing, just a few more denies here from We. And we'll see what sort of movement we get for Yapso. I mean, how long does Yapso sort of have to stay down here with Zai? When can he sort of leave Zai to his own devices?
It's all about the lane equilibrium. So when it's not static anymore, then he's gonna leave, pretty much. And also Sai will be like level 3 when he leaves, I think.
Yeah, because
he's waiting for the Ember levels, but Ember is... No, do not die, Ember.
Having to TP back to base, does manage to make it on the skin of his teeth, but this is ever so painful for him, getting bullied out like this. Weehar's just able to take full reign of these next few waves coming through, whilst the Ember's got to take a long walk back to the lane.
Yeah, this is problematic. So if I was the Yapster here, I would try to go mid soon. Like, you see the lane equilibrium bottom? It's pushing in bottom for size. He's gonna get free XP here. I would try to land an arrow mid, because Ember needs something. Otherwise, this game is getting hard.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't be surprised if we do see that, because as you say, with this creep wave, if Zai sort of gets it to himself, he's going to get the 3. He's going to be pretty strong on his own.
Oh.
Top lane, they both go down at the same time. Well,
actually, if Manta had it.
Yeah, I think they died within the same couple of milliseconds there.
Yeah, he had the Ring of Tarask, level 1. So he's pretty tanky.
Yeah, I mean, so this is what you were talking about yesterday. You feel we're going to sort of shift into a meta where a lot of your safe laners are just going to be picking up this ring very early.
Yeah, people are experimenting right now with it, but there is a logic behind buying this item. It's very good on high armor heroes and people that don't use mana. So Wraith King is okay, because most of the time he doesn't even skill stun anymore, but now he has a keeper, so he has a skill stun.
Well, we're seeing at the moment, if you kind of looking at all three core matchups, it is definitely going a little better for the side of Nigma, especially this bottom lane. Miracle's just getting
right on mid.
entire free farm. Yeah, it's this wraparound you talked about.
This is a hard angle because the neutral creep is kind of blocking up. So
he's going to try.
Ooh. Yeah, it's a. I would like him to play with Ember there because they have a for sure setup there. He just has to. Ember has to communicate when he clicks the chain, so he has to click the arrow like half a second before he says he's chaining. It's gonna hit.
Yeah, you're right. You can't wait for it. I mean, it's 1.5 seconds is
Second try.
As you say, you can definitely time it together. We'll see if they do go for another shot.
No. Ember has to call it the chain. Okay.
They're trying. The third time lucky, maybe. We'll see if they're able to do it the next time. This time round, a creep ends up standing in the way of YapzOr's arrow.
They need to get this kill. It's very important.
Yeah, he is really starting to get a lead this mid lane. 16 for 10 on Weeha compared to the 11 for 3 of Nisha. Definitely showing the strength of this 1v1 hero matchup, favouring the Silencer very heavily. Up top, bit of a go on to Matuma Man. They get the cogs controlled. Does get knocked back very nicely. You see the aggression as Nisha nearly ticks out to the curse, but he has got the salve going again. He's having to pop so much regen, takes so much time walking up and down this lane back and forth to base. It's going to be... How do they get this Ember back in the game?
Pretty much that kill, because that kill gives Ember an extra wave, and then that's closer to level 5. When he's 5, he's just going to start farming woods. But Weeha is this kind of player that you can gank easily. I don't say that as in a bad thing, because he puts so much pressure on the Ember right now. So he's basically winning the game, by playing like this. But if he dies, it's very punishing.
Oh, it certainly feels like he really is giving them this incredible lead at the start.
Weeha knows that he can die once, but if he dies twice, here we go, mid.
Well, there's the once. All right.
He's okay with this. If it
so
dies
I was going to say, like you say, like as a player, he's expecting that to happen. He knows there's a very high chance that he does die, but he feels that it's worth it because of him playing like that has got him to where he is so far.
Yeah, it kind of helps bottom also indirectly the way he's playing. So bottom is winning hard for Miracle and GH.
Yeah, Miracle's very scary now, having this triple Wraith Bands early and obviously looking towards the treasure. So I was going to see if he can try and find the snipe on the siege creep.
That's a hit.
Very nice. Easily take away a bit of the pressure that they could look to have put on that bottom lane, and so I can just pull the remaining creeps around and continue to soak up XP. Top lane,
that's
a bit of an attempt. That global, they'll manage to get the Wraith King, make sure the Puppy has no option to throw out a blinding light and save that he has previously. Yeah, I mean,
that's smart.
This mid silence it's looking great, isn't it? This is, I guess this is the power of the hero, right? If you can find some sort of a matchup in the mid to play him in where he has this edge, he becomes scary. They've got to get these successful ganks onto him, and YapzOr's hanging around trying for it again. Once Nisha has the 6, I imagine it's a little easier to sort of jump in and try and burst him.
Yeah, good pressure by Sai going on the Wisp there, because they're going on mid at the same time, and Wisp is the one to TP mid, but Sai is sitting on him at the same time. So only Kuro can come mid, and it's not enough. See? That's 2 kills for them. Seeker's playing super well. This is their comfort zone. You should look at what Sai did there. It's very important. He was sitting on the Wisp with Shuriken ready. It's like they're one unit, Secret. They're playing like one unit here.
And it's just... yeah, I was going to say, we sort of saw the mechanics, but then the strategy comes into place and everything falls... It just falls into position for Secret. They're getting kills in the mid lane, in the top lane, and it's really because of, as you said, these sort of small macro plays that just have this knock-on effect that we get to witness.
So, there's a lot of action happening. So, Wraith King is... They abuse the catapult very hard top lane. Sai dying.
Taking this tower incredibly early.
It's fine. Sai is fine.
And they can't
have tracks in.
I mean, and once he hits the 6, are you staying down here, trying to sort of continue to play with the Eye being unable to leave the lane, or do you start to rotate as the bounty hunter?
And he's gonna just track the Riki, but then he's gonna run at the Wisp. I think he's gonna like ignore the Riki and just run at the Wisp constantly and make his life painful. But you can see this is classic Yapster game. What I'm saying is your core is dying and you come in, save the day, and kill the other core. Look at his level, Yapster. He's higher than Matumba, man. He's roaming.
This is it. It's the Yapsor magic, as you say. It's like, oh, what a shame. My carry's dead. My mid's dead. Never mind. I'll come and soak up the XP if I have to, if you insist.
Yeah.
Good old classic Yapsor.
And if you read on the arrow, Sacred Arrow, you can see the change on it. So he's doing the skill build I was thinking he would do. Maxing arrow, it's... How much damage is that? Anyone knows? Like 510 damage if you hit on the max range. It's insane. It's like a Laguna Blade.
Oh, that's true, and he's got relatively good setup for it, but the Searing Chains or of course the Ray Fire Blast from Map1. There's a lot of ways that Yapsor can make sure he hits his shot.
Yeah. So Mind Control, he doesn't want to sit on the lane. He wants to hunt the Wraith King, but he can't find him. Shrine. I mean, outpost.
See if he can hold on to this and make sure they don't get it back at the 10 minutes. Should be able to do so. After Matu to get up here, can easily cog him and multiple ways to interrupt. Let's see down bottom. GH is going to come across with the tether onto Kuro. The global silence is out. They'll look towards forcing Zai back. Miracle jumps in. There's the stun from the Grimstroke. They get the kill. The arrow from Yapsor does connect, but they're not going to try and commit onto Miracle as the rest of Secret back away. It's a 1-for-1. Nigma able to make sure they get the favorable trade again, using these global silences nicely.
Yeah. I really like how Secret is playing. However, Nigma has been giving them some freebies here. They're giving every rune to Ember. They need to contest every rune coming up, because that's what's got Secret back into the game. Because I think Nigma was winning hard before this.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, just the straight up farm that some of the cores that Nigma has in this laning stage have had. 11 minutes in, Miracle is still, top CS by quite far. A lot of focus here as Zai starts to get the vision up, starts to track those, hanging around the tower. Yeah, you can see Secret just sort of ready, breathing down the necks of Nigma, looking for an opportunity to get in on top of them. Pressure onto the tier 2 on the top lane, as well as that focus around mid. See how Nigma react to this there. Letting Miracle continue to just soak up the solo action down bottom. He is making very good timing on the Diffusal Blade. Already the 2 Blade of Alacrity's picked up.
So I want Nigma. Okay. Nice dodge by Sai. Actually, he sidestepped the hook. I want Nigma to take every fight that Secret pushes, because they cannot get any trades here. So I want to see Grimstroke ulting people with the silencer, last word, and hook shot. They're gonna get kills.
Yeah, they can kill pretty much most heroes, even the Wraith King. I mean, taking him down the once should be doable. He is, of course, holding on to that point for situations where he feels they are going to be able to have a go with the second life. It's Nigma, Weeha, and GH coming down towards bottom to join forces with Miracle to look for some action. Miracle is just about a wave or 2 away from that Diffusal. Vision's out onto Zai, but Zai and Matu keep close to the tower. Again, Secret, they're keeping the numbers here heavy. 4 heroes. They want to try and poke at Nigma. They're going to lead in. Immediate global silence comes out. Mind Control starts to run down the 2 of them, but Matu stays on top of this target. The ult from Puppey brings Weeha back. They want to get rid of the silencing. Excellent change from Nisha. Catch onto both Weeha and GH as they'll remove the silencer from the fight. Now turn over towards GH. Zai continuing to keep them all tracked up. Hook shot across from Mind Control. There's the ult though. Miracle, he's ready to try and lead in the turnaround. They find the Ember. Over towards Zai they go. They have the detection, but they get knocked back. Zai, he looks for couriers. He gets one of them. He gets GH's on the way out. In fact, he's going to be able to keep his distance. Matu is just heading in, and he's got a full armlet already on this Wraith King. They cannot beat him down the second time.
Arrow coming in.
See if they can get anything more. They're not done yet. So they want to get behind this tower. Miracle. He's going to look for the jump.
I love it. I love it.
Zai. He does die for it. But he gets in, he gets another track and makes sure the information's there for the rest of the Secret to know that that is not an area they want to stick around in. But And already, we're seeing a lot of aggression from Secret. I mean, do you like sort of the way that Nigma's reacting to it, or do you feel that the Secret's really continue to keep the edge here?
They're definitely, they know that they should fight, but Grim was late to the fight. If Grim is there, it's an even fight. Secret came ahead a bit. They were outnumbering them.
Yeah, it was an excellent time for Matu as well to use that first reincarnate, and getting the armlet out when he did him. It just made it impossible for them to sort of tackle them a second time. See if mind control. Can he find his target? He's trying to duke it. He's trying to make mind control really think of the the knockback from the Cottle into the arrow. Means that there won't be any hook shot to start this one off. Zai is out of there. He gets the track out onto Miracle. Nisha's looking to be on top of GH to relocate in 3 seconds. It's not going to be soon enough. The IO is down. Miracle's got to escape. As Secret, they're ready to chase down Nigma as they've been broken apart. They do not have the support of the IO. Mind Control's back on top of the Ember. Do they have the damage to kill Nisha off in time? He's still alive. There's the hook shot. Finally, they take him down. The Ember will fall. WeHa can offer up damage with the Glaze. The Soulbind connecting the two of them. But a huge ult from Puppey holds Nigma back momentarily. Miracle looking for the jump forward, but another knockback. Puppey with the blinding light, making it ever so hard for Nigma to stay on in top of the fight. Miracle jump forward again. Quick tricks the trade to juke out the Ray Fire Blast.
They're winning fights without diffuser on Bounty. I mean, on Ricky. This is insane how Nigma won that fight.
I mean, that's a good point to make. Yeah, fighting effectively 3k gold in the middle of nowhere and still doing well for themselves. Now it's going to be there on Miracle. The defusal is done. Secret have got to be careful. There's Puppey falling in a matter of seconds. This is going to happen now to the supports with this defusal done on Ricky.
Yeah, queue up the nullifier on Ricky. I want to see it. It's made for Ricky, this patch.
I mean, yeah, I can imagine you sort of get to the point where you have that nullifier slow, the defusal, and the sort of 100% uptime on the smoke screen, and you can't get out of it. You're stuck in it. You're helpless.
Secret has to react there fast.
I mean, he's going to die. He's got no reincarnate and doesn't even have the mana, so he's going to try and armlet toggle his way out of this one, but 4 heroes of Nigma surround him. See what Secret can get out of this. They try with a sleight of fist. Puppey's in with the backup. Miracle just jumps over immediately. A little too slow, though. The stun wasn't there in time, so Puppey can get an Illuminate out. He's got his Ghost Scepter done as well. Global Silence committed by WeHa. Can they get these kills? GH will fall. Zai, he's ready to get the tracks. Starts to chase them down. Zai is continuing to stay on top of WeHa. WeHa will turn with the silence. The Secret onto the side. They've lost Nisha. Hookshot in behind the tower. Mind control. So what can he go for? On the side, Kuro with the Soulbind and the block off. Allows Miracle to jump in onto Puppey. They've got the magical damage through the Ghost Scepter. The arrow from Yapsaw hits perfectly onto Miracle as he comes out of the tricks of the trade. And now Secret, they can try and turn this for even more. Zai keeping the tracks up. Matu is going to find the chance to get a stun in. He cannot get quite close enough to WeHa. WeHa will find a very juicy regen rune to keep himself going.
Yeah, I have to praise Miracle for what he did there, but here we go again. I can't talk.
Yeah, the action is just not stopping here anytime soon. Matu, he's got the reincarnate. He's ready for it to prop, and he wants it to do so. Now the slow affecting all 4 of them. The cogs are down from mind control. It's hard for Secret to get up to the high ground.
Okay, Nigma needs to take a break. They need Mech and Wisp. They can take every fight they want.
Miracle.
I say that.
He's just diving in. The power between the two of these heroes. GH just able to buff Miracle up and make sure that he can dive in this aggressively. They're over to Matu. The ults pop down from Puppey. Can he get them off his Wraith King? The cogs are out, but Miracle jumps across. Wraith King is dead and gone. Nigma starting to rack the kills back up in their favor. They'll look towards this area around the tier 1 mid. Zai will be caught by the dust. WeHa trying to chase, but Zai a little too speedy. They'll look for Nisha instead, but the prepared Remnant is out. He jumps back to safety, gets back in to take the life of Kuro.
Pup is doing work right now. The blasts are keeping them.
And look, with this chase, he can also get the angles for the arrow to connect from Yapsaw. GH is trying with a relocate out to take WeHa in time, but he cannot. They're both gone. They get the double kill on Nisha. Miracle's trying to chase him, but the chains, Nisha holds back the 2 of them. Nigma cannot get these kills. As Secret's lead, the gold, it continues to grow in their favor. These skirmishes just favoring Secret that slightly, little bit more, it seems.
Yeah, I love the aggression, but if they get the mech here, they're gonna start winning these fights. They just needed the 4 Radiants fight. They don't care. They're going.
This is just full go from both teams. Nigma, Miracle on the charge. Who's he going to find first? He gets on top of Matu, but man, there's the hookshot follow-up. Matu needs help. Is he going to get it in time? He's got no reincarnate. They'll be able to take him down. The Wraith King's gone, and now with the Soulbind set up from Kuro, they can look to try and jump over for more. They are by the tier 2. A turn with the arrow catches on to Ricky. Miracle's being healed up, though, by the warm embrace of GH. Nisha is going to have the slight chains combo in a second. Just going to carefully move forward.
On the other side.
He is just sort of making sure that he can get the tracks out on the back lines, give them the vision they need to know how they can take these fights. Miracle steps forward, but he's under a sentry. Nisha, chain set up into the arrow. Miracle, he's going to need backup. That huge amount of damage coming through. There's the tether across and the global silence committed by Weeha. They jump straight away, collapsing onto the Ember Spirit to take Nisha out. Nisha's gone. Zai leading in. The tracks on pretty much the entire team of Nigma now. But they can push onto this tier 1, do some damage to this tower in the middle lane. They're going to back off, though, it seems, as the line is drawn. Zai continuing to posture aggressively, just poking at GH, and even maybe looking for a courier. The courier will make it over to Miracle. Zai won't find it. Miracle, they've got the vision on Zai. He's dusted, but he's speedy with his phase drums. He's running away. See if they get the chance to jump in here, and the dust will wear out in a few seconds. There's the connection, though. Mind control, beautiful angle. Finds the shot, but the dust is worn off. Oh, mind control.
He's getting 8 dust on clock very soon.
My goodness. This is pretty damn
There we go.
insane.
Can I get Shrine or arrows gonna hit? No. I keep saying Shrine, it's Outpost.
No, I was calling it a shrine for the entirety of the first patch when it got introduced. I think many people still do. But I mean, this is crazy, S4. What's going on? I mean, who's winning this?
Okay. I just wanna commend Nigma for the way they're playing. Even though they're losing right now, the way they're fighting is excellent. They can't go straight head on to the tower mid. They need to like go behind and keep Coddle and Ember. They have way too much spam on there, so they're taking the fight instantly. They're not taking like long fights. They need to get a kill fast. And here, it's in trouble.
It's a pretty nice chain setup at the 4-star. We'll get him out of the ult. They'll be able to turn with the 2-man silence. So they want to go in on this. Miracle's eyeing up an opportunity. Hook shot in straight away from Mind Control. He's on top of Zai on the side, the smoke screen and the slow onto Matuma. He'll turn with the armlet, gets a stun out. He'll be able to back away. Miracle.
Go in.
Can he chase any more? Miracle's looking for a target. He'll finish off the tier 1 tower. Now he can look for blood. He's over to looking towards Yapsor, but a leap to the high ground gets Yapsor out of range.
This is the timing, Nigma. The mech timing. He pretty much heals Miracle half his HP in fights. Look at Zai.
I mean, Zai, he's just constantly on their side of the map, and he's constantly amongst the ranks of Nigma. He's just getting right stuck in there, being a big old nuisance.
Yeah.
Secret.
So they want to play aggressive, Nigma still, because they know Radiance is not up yet. And they're stronger right now than Dire.
Oh, we're ready for the battle. They're looking towards the Eye. They're trying to get rid of GH in time, but this global silence comes out. Can they kill this Eye in time? They cannot. Nisha dies finally. He does force the star nuke of Yapsor. Hook shot off the mark. Mind Control won't find him. Another leap up to the high grounds there, but Miracle jumps over towards the creep. Stays on top of Yapsor. Yapsor is out of the jump charges, so he will fall. Double kill for Miracle.
Matu is doing good. He's farming Radiance. He's pushing mid lane with skeletons. Radiance coming up next fight.
Yeah, I mean, being able to hit a good timing in this sort of chaotic of a game is indeed very impressive.
So are we gonna see Lotus Orb on someone? Radiance for the chains? No. They need a Lotus. It counters Dire lineup, the chains and track.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like at the moment, a chains into Arrow and Secret pretty much get that kill, even with sort of GH trying his best to save heroes. They're just going down a little too quick if they do get hit by that follow-up mid lane.
What is that hook?
Miracle. I mean, that was straight through the creep wave there. I don't know how he did it. I mean, he's been hitting some great ones this game, Mind Control. It's the true professional player here. And now towards top. Nisha is going to show But he's not going to mess around any longer than he needs to. Just a poke at the wave and he's out. Build for him, the Crystallis into the Yule Scepter.
Alright, they're gonna rush in with the Wraith King. They have to wait for the Radiance first. It's coming. Patience, secret.
Maybe start poking before it's even delivered. Get on top of mind control. He's a tanky one and he's going to be saved. GH instantly takes him out. Soulbind into the two-man silence. Kuro tries to leap forward and he's able to force staff himself away, keeping himself alive. Finally gets cut down by Nisha with the Sleight Fist. Miracle jumps in with the Ink Swirl stun. Puppey trying to offer some coverage with the Will-O-Wisp. They get Nisha. Mind control over towards Yapsa and Matuma Man. Matu's trying to bring him down. The Cogs, they're pushing back. Mind control, he's being healed up by GH. They're keeping the clockwork alive as Matu is taken down the once. The trick to the trade from Miracle picks up a second kill. Nigma, can they get on top of Matu? Matu is trying to run. Puppey has got anything to offer him. And Illuminate comes blasting out with the smoke screen and the slows are there onto the Wraith King. Nigma, they'll bring Matu down. Now out comes the Global as Nigma can look to try for the cleanup. The silence onto Zai. The glaives are hitting hard. Double kill for Weeha. 4 dead on Secret.
Okay. They need to wait for stuff on Dire. This is getting problematic. This Rick is way too strong. And the GH is playing, I mean, he always plays Wisp good, but the way he plays Wisp, I haven't seen anyone pull this off. The way he plays it.
Yeah, I mean, it's you know, it's not an easy game to do it. There's so many ways that the Secret can get to the back lines. You know, you sort of constantly have Zai hunting down GH, the sort of change the arrows. As GH gets caught by these, he is gone. But he has been doing so much to keep his boys alive. Miracles, KDA, 13, 1 and 9, only died the once. Did have that excellent starting lane at the beginning with the free farm he has, but GH definitely the powerhouse that's making sure that both him and Weeha can feel safe and strong enough to stand tall to against some of these beefy heroes like the Matuma Man Wraith King in the fight.
Sai?
He's trying for this. Man, he's got it.
That's for
setup. Yeah, just going to have that. So what, 2 4 staffs online for Secret, ready for the next fight.
So, what I was saying about Nullifier, it counters 4 staff now because it dispels the duration of the 4 staff.
Oh, I guess it does. Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, he's gonna get Basher on Ricky, but perhaps Nullifier is better. I'm not sure. He can man-fight Wraith King with Basher.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, either way, maybe he'll get it after the Bash Abyssal. I mean, I guess, of course, Abyssal Blade just always an excellent item.
Yeah.
Regardless of the situation, just to have that guaranteed initiation and lockdown.
Kuro is queuing up the Lotus, he knows.
It's going to take him a bit of time to get there, but hopefully for himself, if he's able to get stay alive for a few more fights, the gold will begin to roll in. I mean, we're 26 minutes in, it's 26-19. Still Secret with the 4K gold lead, but they're just an incredibly scary hero at the top of it all for Nigma. Miracles Ricky being the big problem right now. They've really struggled to take him down in the fights. He's been getting away with a lot.
If they have someone to tank Roche, they can kill us fast. But
they got MC in.
Where's Sai? On the case.
And this time not quite given the info that Secret need.
Radiant's gonna have a Wraith King ult too. Pretty much.
They're going to give it to. They're going to give it to Miracle. He has only died the once. They're going to make sure that you know, this hero that they've struggled to kill once, that even if they do get him, they're not going to be able to do it 2 times. At least that's going to be very hard to do so. They'll look for a quick pick on Yapsor. See if he can jump out in time. Does manage to leap out to the side of the smoke screen. He's over into the trees, tries to TP out, and he is not getting away today. Kuro hits him with that final nuke.
Miracle's fast. Look at him.
He is all over.
Not wasting time.
Quickly moving down bottom. He eyes up. He can smell out those supports.
And goes up there. He needs backup.
Yeah, that goes, but tricks of the trade gets him in close enough for the Ink Swirl stun to hit. And Miracle now godlike on this Ricky. He's just every single place that Secret supports don't want to find him. On top of them. And that Basher is just 100 gold away now thanks to those kills. I mean, surely for Secret, how can they deal with this Ricky? They've got their 4 staffs. what sort of measures are you taking to make sure that this Riki doesn't get away with what he's doing at this stage?
Right now they have the 4 staffs. So how many do they have? 1, 2. Yeah, they need a Ripken. Okay, Ripken is getting jumped.
No, he's just going to get taken down to twice here, by the looks of it. I mean, Zai's trying to head over, but I don't know how much he can do to really help out this Ripken. They do manage to force him out to the side, but over they jump, and that's only going to mean that Zai's more than likely going to go down here as well. Actually, he's pretty speedy, and he is too speedy by the looks of it. He is away, Zai will live, but Map1 dying in an unfortunate position there, trying to get a bit of farm from Nigma's half of the map. Only sets up for more kills for this Riki to be involved in.
Yeah, they need a BKB on Ripken. They can fight. But it's a... He bought daggers, so it's gonna take a while.
Yeah, it feels just almost impossible really for Map1 to fight against this sort of diffusal Riki at this stage.
Yeah, you okay, so the weakness of Nigma is side-eyeing.
Yeah, really nice setup there from Microjoy, straight in.
So the reason why Secret is dying is because they're doing what they should do here. They're pushing lanes.
I do try and mess around a bit around this outpost area. Anisha instantly out.
TPs. Okay, so Nigma has no wave push on their heroes. Fighters are Riki, they don't push that fast. So what they're gonna do is they're just gonna push lanes out, stall it, and find opportunities that way. Maybe center up the whole map with Puppy.
And if you are Secret and you are sort of doing this sort of stalling maneuver, what are you trying to get out of Nigma? What are you sort of hoping that Nigma does that allows you to punish them?
Well, first of all, you're gonna stall for the Aegis, and then you're gonna stall for BKB breaking. But there might be someone in Nigma staying for too long on a lane, because if they don't have the lanes pushed out, they're gonna be a bit more split than if they would have the lanes pushing into Secret. So they're gonna find opportunities to keep it up.
We'll see some of those timing is starting to be reached upon. The Deso for Nisha, about 300 gold away.
Oh, that's Orb of Destruction on Riki.
Oh,
He needed that.
Not a bad find. Not a bad find at all for a Riki.
Yeah, the slow.
Yeah, that combo with the diffusal, you are not getting out of the cloud. And GH, itemization, go for that, the Holy Lock here. I mean, is this item finally at a place S4 where we're going to see people buy it? It's finally good.
Yes, I was thinking about this item yesterday. You can click on the item and see the components, and some people, they start with the ring level 1, and then some people, they go arcane boots. You can disassemble them, and you always have a wand. So in some games it's gonna cost you 500 gold to buy this, and you can couple it with mech and some heroes. It's very strong, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it always was that item that just any sort of little buff, and suddenly it's going to be insane on heroes like Aya. Just how much healing you're able to offer when it comes to tethering up your cores.
Yeah. So Aegis is out. Map1 bought Hyperstone, which means he's not gonna have BKB. He's gonna go for AC.
Okay. I mean, I guess if Secret are playing the stalling game, getting the Hyperstone in theory speeds up farming both the BKB and AC. If you just want to play until that point, do you like sort of that logic, or do you think that's that greed could be punished by Nigma?
No, I think he's smarter than me. But this AC is gonna they're just gonna kill all the supports instantly with Deso, Ember, and like this Deso is hurting right now.
Yeah, for
Deso,
sure.
Ember, and AC, Ripken.
Yeah,
they want to revive supports.
It's going to be quite the combo in these fights. And it's definitely, finally sort of 32 minutes in, the pace is slowing down. So I think we really can feel sort of the way that Secret's tried to lay out the game, despite the fact that Nigma got as many kills as they have. Secret are slowing it down, and they're getting out on top of it in terms of goals. Zai will fall here, but it's 4 heroes sort of coming over. It doesn't feel good, really, for Nigma, does it, when this happens? Because suddenly Secret's taking the tier 2 bottom. Yeah. As you say, this mid lane, it's about to hit the high ground, so's the bottom lane. Nigma, they've got a lot to deal with right now.
I think Secret, if they play correctly now, they kind of have an advantage on Nigma. If they keep this bottom lane pushed into tier 3, they have to respond, and everything is about the next rush. Next rush is gonna decide this game. So this bottom lane is more important than Roche even, because they won't be able to take Roche when bottom is getting pushed in. If he finishes this AC in time, this bottom racks will fall instantly if they get to base bottom. And they don't have any response on Nigma to bottom pressure.
I mean, you must imagine, right, Nigma, that they're going to be feeling exactly what you're sort of saying right now, the way that Secret's trying to control the game and stall it to a point. If you're Nigma, what are you sort of looking at as your next move to make? Are you sitting back and waiting for Roshan, or do you have to sort of go for an aggressive play before that?
Yeah, so if I'm Clockwork, you might go here, Clock. If I'm Clockwork, I'm going to go into bottom, and I'm going to hunt Brave King down. Or anyone bottom would relocate, and when they get 1 kill, they're gonna get Roche, and bottom pressure is released. If they don't get kills, then Secret is kind of ahead of this Roche thing.
But the thing is, I'd imagine as well, at this stage, if they do manage to find like Matu and Isha, like they will buy back for the Roche fight, won't they?
And then Nigma backs off, and then they bought back.
And then you try and sort of repeat the sequence of events. Yeah.
Yeah, size problem. Abyssal. Oh, he didn't Abyssal.
There we go. Gets it after the force up. And Zai, he'll go down. Still, it is the bounty being chased by pretty much the entire team of Nigma. Secret space continues to be there for their cause. Matu's now taken the top spot in
BKB.
farm.
Yeah, BKB Rifkin.
And now with
Miracle.
BKB Wraith King, do you start to speed
doing
it
what
up?
I was saying. Miracle is doing what I was saying Clock should do.
Sort of playing bottom, looking for these pickoffs, and we'll find Japsel. Nisha's out in time.
I want Secret to run bottom right now, again. I don't want them to leave
just
bottom.
go fight with this BKB.
No, don't fight. Just go bottom into the wave again. I want Matu to be on the wave as soon as they run out of there. I want Matu there. Summon skeletons. They need to keep this pressure bottom. It's gonna win them the game.
I see Miracle. He's already over to Secret's jungle. They've got the relocate coming in as well. Mind Control tries forward with the hook shot. Matu pops the BKB. Starts to fight back with the bashes. The damage from Miracle, it seems to be too much. They'll pop down the Will-O-Wisp. Matu, he turns. They're trying to take down GH and they'll get him. The IO is gone. So they'll Soulbind combo onto the 2 of them, but Mind Control's been left behind. He'll pop down the cogs. This is just a disengage for Nigma. The rest of them have to get out of there as they've lost GH and Mind Control. Zai, can he stay on top of them here? The Remnants out onto Weehaw. Weehaw pops the BKB. Starts to punch back. But Matu, he just commits, blinks forward aggressively with the armlet toggle. He'll make sure he doesn't even lose his first life. He's still got 2 lives to play with here with that reincarnate. They're just chasing here, Secret. Zai's in, the relocate. They've got the damage here with the silence. Can they bring down this Wraith King? These armlet toggles from Matu. Finally it will end. Finally he falls, but he's back for round 2. And Weehaw and Kuro, they're incredibly vulnerable. Kuro is dead. Weehaw will try and Hurricane Pike himself up to the high ground, but he gets knocked back into the arrow of Yapsor. Secret take the fight incredibly successfully. They're bringing 4 heroes down. Matu perfectly fighting with this BKB usage and coming in. The armlet toggles again, just making it infuriatingly hard for Nigma to deal with this Wraith King on the front lines.
Yeah, Matu playing so well. This BKB timing. I don't know if they saw it or not, but they felt pretty confident, Nigma, under the warder. Pretty much this BKB won the fight. I thought he was dead when he clicked it, but then the lifesteal came in. How much is it, the lifesteal?
It's about 30% with the aura, and then do they have a Vlads there? They don't have a Vlads right now, do they?
Yeah.
So.
It was just some crits.
Yeah, I mean, you hit those big damage numbers, you're taking in a lot of that heal. And yeah, off the back of a fight like that, the AC, it's going to be pretty much there ready for the next engagement. We'll see the move from Nigma. It's going to be heading towards Roshan.
Yeah.
I mean, this is gonna. Are they gonna try and take it? Surely Secret are gonna start searching this out, or is there?
Yeah,
And they're doing it pretty quickly.
With 4 heroes.
Yeah, Nigma's got this. It's too quick. Secret can't get her in time. Nigma's going to be able to get back in, and despite losing the fight, the Aegis and Cheese will go their way.
Yeah. So, I think I know what Secret is talking in TeamSpeak. They're probably thinking that Rick is hunting, so they want to be together under their sentry there on the high ground. But they weren't really talking about the Roche, I think, too much.
Do you think that was just sort of a bit of an oversight, or they just didn't expect maybe Nigma's lineup to take Roche down that quickly?
Yeah, they didn't expect that, I think. But however, if they go there, they might just lose the game. They didn't have any buybacks, so maybe it was a puppy call. You never know.
I mean, I could definitely see that being
Running into vision, so
a scenario. You know, that they are 10k up. You know, you've got to imagine the puppy does feel how powerful his lineup is right now against them, and yeah, as you said, maybe taking a risk in an area that you feel, well, we can actually just play the fight from the high ground, and we can burn through an Aegis and a Cheese. That doesn't bother us at all. We'll see if Nigma can challenge that, as they've taken down the tier 3 tower. Yules into Arrow, onto Miracle. He is the one with the Aegis. Matu tries to jump forward. They've got the Manta style as Miracle. He's out. The Will-O-Wisp is down, dragging Weehaw back, and Weeha's got to put the BKB and get away from this Wraith King. They'll start to turn, bring down the Will-O-Wisp. Now look over towards Matu, but Matu is under the cover of the Moonlight Shadow. If they can try and get in whilst this BKB is not there on Weehaw, this would be pretty huge, but it's a little too far away. This is a lot of free damage.
Secret soon. Ember can catch if he jumps in. They have no vision. It's hard.
Oh, they do hold a tower down, but the racks intact here for Secret.
Oh, the neutral item dropped. It's a flicker. They're pinging it on GH. He's relocating for it.
Oh, he's got
the flicker. He didn't know what it was. He saw now he sees it's a flicker. Maybe it's not. So want it.
I was gonna say, I mean, is anyone gonna be able to make much?
It's good though. I think it's very good on anyone that can get chained. It dispels chain.
Yeah, you should have. Yeah, I mean, I guess you take the dispel element of it and then just sort of hope for the best in terms of where you're gonna be jumping to. And all round tier 4 items dropping, Havoc Hammers, Witless Shackles, I believe, for both sides coming out. Matu queuing up the big boy item. He wants to get that Rapier online. And that's the butterfly done. So the Rapier is definitely going to be very appealing now that there's that evasion on Miracle.
Yeah. The damage.
Yeah, just any sort of setup and the cores get eliminated by the Ricky. 18, 1 and 13. Miracle.
5-second cooldown on the Ricky AoE spell. How does that work? 3-second downtime on it.
Yeah, pretty much. And then you sort of combo that in with, of course, the blink cast that you're jumping around at a mile with this range granted to you by the level 20 talent. And also the fact that you've got an Abyssal, you know, another sort of little mini blink in itself. This hero is just jumping all over the place. And they're onto your racks. Nigma, they got the jumping onto Puppy, but he's prepared with the Eons. He's going to have a jump back to safety.
Good
Miracle.
Play by Miracle.
He's focusing the racks, propping that for Aeon Disc. Puppy doesn't feel too confident in the fights. They see the initiation onto Ricky. Will-O-Wisp is dropped down, but Miracle, he just continues to hit the racks. Miracle takes down the Will-O-Wisp with the rest of his teammates. The arrow will connect, but GH, he's just healing up this Ricky too much. Miracle, he still has the Aegis as well. Secret, can they actually get onto this Ricky? It looks like they cannot before he can take down the full set of racks up top. It's gone. Nigma got what they came for, and they can stick around for more. They're still more than happy to stay around inside the base of Secret with this Aegis and Cheese.
Secret is very calm. The 4 stuff.
Oh, Miracle.
Secret is very calm. They know what they're doing.
I was going Miracle dove in there. Can they do it a second time? The Global Silence is out. They get the rod out onto Matuma Man. A lot of damage being done by the Glaze, but he keeps his cool. Doesn't want to put the BKB charge. He's trying to save it. Zai continuing to get the tracks out.
They're waiting arrow. They're going to chain her. No. He's going to jump in with Remnant and chain. One guy on arrow.
Who can he catch? Ooh, Miracle.
The arrow.
TP out. Puts the BKB Weehaw. He's going to try and do as much damage as he can in return, and there's going to be the drag out. Weehaw will manage to get back to safety. thanks to the beautiful help of GH. And they'll lose mind control. He's the one that gets left behind, but they save their 2 high-value cores.
Good shot calling by Secrets. They're very calm. And they know top Rex doesn't give anything. It's all about the buyback on Ember. He didn't spend it. They have enough wave push, so top Rex doesn't matter. Here we go.
And now they can strike back pretty hard themselves as they run straight down mid. Still 35 seconds before the BKB is available again for weHa and Map1. He's just straight on top of them. Instant aggressive blink into the base. Miracle jumps forward. The silence as well as the root holding Map1 in place with the 4 stars. Get Map1 back to safety. Armin toggles his way to continue to
that's a strong
alive. Good old Aghanims. He's got it out. The Dark Portrait. It will be there to punch back at the Wraith King. Mind control. Gets the connection onto Map1. Map1 turns with the BKB. He's relying on the lifesteal to heal himself back up, and it'll be enough. He can just take down Mind Control over towards the second target. They're going to be able to find this tool. Maybe not. Miracle with the Abyssal Blade and the jump out.
Ember
manages to take him down once, but now Nisha's ready to tag team in. Moves forward with the BKB. Jumping in. Chases down Miracle's Ricky. He is dead without buyback. But no, the buyback's there. He didn't have it for momentarily, but it is back up. So Miracle and weHa, they will need to buy back almost certainly, because Secret, they're going to try and take as much as they can. They did lose Matumba Man. There's the first
they can relocate to base with Silencer, and Ricky can... Okay.
See what sort of aggressive play Nigma want to do. The setup into the arrow, 4-star.
Relocate the base to throne with Wisp, and then Ember has to TP back, and then they can take the fights.
Nigma's trying to stand the ground and take the fight here. The arrow's in. GH providing enough heals to make sure that Secret cannot go on weHa. Secret now starting to retreat.
That could hold. They didn't have mana.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, as you say, now Nigma, they definitely could have had an opportunity to play even more offensive, but they're playing it safe. In fact, Kuro, of course, they played it safe. Kuro's in. Global silence as well as the heals. He's trying to keep his Grimstroke safe, and he will do so. Now the ults there onto the 2 of them. They're chasing. The Dark Portraits are out, continuing to beat down onto these heroes. Zai and Nisha desperately trying to escape. He's used all of his remnants as well, Nisha. But he has got the movement speed.
The Dark Portraits. Look at the damage.
I was going to say, he has to make sure he takes those out. As damage being done by them is definitely something to be respected with this, Deso Crystallis that's going to be hitting himself with.
And look at Zai. Look what he's doing. We talked about the Ags.
I mean, it's the item, dude. I mean, they're already a 20k lead. Now, once the Ags is... You're going to start to see just stonks rising.
Yeah, it's the level 20 timing on Bounty. Janata Gold Steel.
Oh, baby. It's so much money. And especially with the way that Zai's been laying out the tracks, you know that each and every time he's going to be hitting at least 2-3 heroes with the bounces. Yeah. Stealing that money.
So we still have Cheese on the edge. We'll see how he uses it.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, GH.
Who has the Lotus Orb on Radiant? They didn't get any.
No one.
It's a bit of a problem. Because they have to click BKB then. Or relocate when they get chained.
Yeah, and you're seeing it through some of these, the durations. weHa's is already down to a 6-second. There's been many situations where he's had to pop it because GH has been focused on. He's got a lot of heroes to save, and he has been doing his best, GH. But sometimes the heroes have got to be a little self-reliant, and weHa has that BKB for that reason. Secret setting up camp sort of around this Roche area. They know it's going to be up relatively soon. 2 minutes to Roche respawn.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And I think on this third Roche, you would imagine, right? There's no way Secret sort of let Nigma take the. This has to be one where they will fight for it.
Yeah, they'll. I say that, but they might have some other plan.
That's true. You never know what the big brain plays are that comes out of the Secret.
Top lane. Nigma will see that everyone's missing now.
Let's see if they get out of that.
Cut.
They are. Mind control. And the rest of them are a little out. The Will-O-Wisp is down. Global Silence comes in, but the BKBs are out from both Map1 and Nisha. They're focusing GH, getting rid of the IO. They'll do so. IO dead for 2 minutes. No buyback. They'll find Mind Control as well. The Wraith Fire Blast into the full combo. Secret's team takes out the clock. 2 heroes dead without buyback. Secret can now look to try and push to high ground.
Wisp is super important because he's the one that can really get the throne. and stop their aggression.
Radiant structures.
Yeah, they've got no other ways to getting over there. Nobody with any sort of goal towards the boots of travel. Their only option is to try and hold this defense, the three of them.
Middle tower.
And we're
Secret
gonna
will
see
see
back in 1 second.
Middle tower.
how
Oh,
aggressively
they're
they push for this. They are trying. They have got the repair kit, so there'll be
He
a
should
little
be
bit of
back.
defensive maneuvers coming into play. Miracle jumping in aggressively, just poking and pushing them out and away from the barracks, and it is working. They're slowly buying time. At least if they can hold on for the 30 seconds till mind control's back in.
Middle barracks are under
Rex will
Can-
die.
I can just make sure it dies as slowly as possible. Another repair kit popped. Map1, he's going to look towards the range practice.
Whoa.
Instead, there's
Did you see
an
that?
additional one, and look at the jump from the backlines. Miracle just immediately blinks in, looking for Puppy. Map2's been forced to put the BKB. Turn
Oh, they can kill, Rifting.
Map2's falling low, another jump out with the tricks of the trade. Miracle will separate himself. They're messing with Secret enough. They're stopping these racks from going down. Mind control, he's back in the game. Secret, they'll move back in. This time round, they should be able to finish it off, and they do. They get the melee racks done. They'll look towards the range racks, and they'll take it out through the repair kit. The middle racks is gone, but Nigma certainly made it, you know, it wasn't the quickest of sieges for Secret. They slowed it down as much as they could.
Look at Sai. His items are so nice.
Dyer's
Now they're going to get nicer as well with the gold there. He's going to start taking away from Nigma's members. And this Roche,
Their tower is getting damaged. It's not good to give up your tier 4 towers here. It's super risky against AC, Silencer, and Wisp.
this
they
fight
can
around the
lose
pit could be everything. It's a 25k lead at the moment for Secret, but anything could change here. The initiation straight in on
Buyback.
Puppy, instantly buys back. The arrow connection is onto Miracle. Miracle needs help. The sentry's down. They've got vision on this Ricky, and Ricky is gone and out for 100. Now over towards Mind Control. The chains connect. Mind Control falls. Secret, they're ready to just
relocate
run
base.
down the rest
Come
of
on,
them.
GH.
GH, where's he going to take him?
Relocate base.
He's going for it. Straight towards the Ancient. They're looking for the base.
They have a glyph, they have glyph.
Okay, they've got the glyph. Do they have TP? They've got to get back it.
TP.
Who's coming back at the moment?
Oh,
It's
they
Zai. Zai has returned.
Dyer's
By heavens,
is
Sai.
My goodness. I mean, Matu's been left behind now because of this. Everybody else went back to defend, apart from
Yeah,
Matu.
there's a rapier.
Dude, Matu's got a rapier. Isn't he going
Where's
to lose
Puppy?
it?
Where's Puppy?
They've got to get someone needs to get over and help this Wraith King.
Oh, the jukes.
Oh, it's working.
Wow. Matu.
Okay, he's actually going to get out. My
That
goodness.
was scary.
I say, well,
Good
Kuro's
play
on
from
him.
DH.
Dude, Kuro with the Dark Portrait could be pretty big, but he's been hexed. Wow! That's a 1923 crit coming out of the big boy Matu.
Yeah. He has no buy on Grim.
I'm fine. I think Secret can finally finish off the Roshan in peace.
So they know Glyph is down, so Secret, they need to ping bottom lane, it's very important. These creeps cannot go into base, because they can lose throne. They can get by hero travels.
I mean, we saw a taste of it just then. They really have to be on a high alert for those rat plays that Nigma can try for,
Yeah.
as they're very, very possible. We'll see them
You see
address
Puppy's
that.
thing in bottom lane. He knows.
They have to ensure that all three lanes are out over to Nigma's half of the map before they try and go high ground. No doubt about it.
Miracle's gonna smoke into throne. He's gonna smoke into throne, and they're gonna really get the silencer into throne. But
Okay.
they don't have the dam.
has fallen.
They have
Okay, can
orbital
they do-
destruction.
Can they do it through backdoor protection?
Yeah. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think he...
I mean, he's
Or
headed
could
that
he?
way. He feels that they can.
So Ricky cannot get back to base. That's what. So he's going all in here. There's no turning back. You have to go now.
Oh my
Does
goodness.
he see it? Ah,
They're doing
Ricky
it.
too early.
They're coming in with a relocate. They're bringing in We Are. They're doing it for the
There's a
backdoor
lot of them.
protection. Secret, they've
They're
got to get back.
catching deepest.
It's too much damage. They're going to do it. Nigma's going to have the win. Will-O-Wisp is out, but it doesn't matter with the BKBs. They hit the Ancient. And Nigma find a way to end the game. 37,000 gold down.